Nice to meet you. Okay, still. Oh! The stage is yours. No, okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry, life is unpredictable sometimes, right? Hello, how are you doing? Good. Yes, I just came from close to the Vizcaya and from work, and I made a big mistake taking a taxi. And from there here, because I thought it would be faster, I would be able to prepare because I'm also a contest today, the desktop today. So I thought this is the best idea. Took a taxi, expensive, but I did it. Took forever. At the end, I was here thinking, should I just walk to the taxi driver? What do you think? And he was like, you should have walked from the place you took this taxi, not from here. So today we have a very humorous day, a speaking contest. And this is very interesting for me because this is the first time I see something like this. And I think it's a very good way to challenge yourself, whether you are taking part or not. And it is a good way for you to, for the ones who are going to be sitting, to be able to understand how can you communicate ideas and how can you communicate jokes through your own experiences in an organized way, which is the most difficult thing to do. How can you tell jokes and how, I mean, you can do it right every day, but how can you plan for it as part of the speech? I think it's the most difficult thing to do. And that's why I'm very glad to be here today. So let's start with our specialist speakers. All right, so let's hold the timer. Our professionals. I know we are running the day today. Yeah, well, we all know about the time, right? Time is money, especially for the contest. Who is the other contestant? So it's a secret.
Don't reveal the secret.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I have no idea who's the other person. So, anyways, time is money. We all know that, especially when it comes to a contest. If you speak not enough or too much, you're out. Basically, that's how it goes. Fortunately, for other things, there is certain flexibility, like having 2 minutes late. This is basically the story of my life. I almost cry, but I'm very positive with time. I think that I can do everything in a very small period of time. I don't know why. Okay, then we have to call the quiz master. Hello, everybody. My name is Maria. I am going to be the quiz master. At first, I want to apologize to you all that I wasn't at the previous meeting, although I had to be the timer, but it wasn't an accident, so I'm very sorry for that. So, as I just said, today I'm going to be the quizmaster. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to prepare several questions according to.
I will ask you these questions. So guys, please all be very attentive today and try to catch every interesting details.
Really fun moments about speech, interesting moments about the speech. Of course, I will ask you questions, and for the most attentive listeners, I will give little presents. Everybody goes out and our listeners. Great, thank you. Very nice. So I actually see some new faces. Is there anyone who's like new for the first time here? No?
We have already called them on stage.
Oh, I just wanted to know who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Please raise your hand.
And
Who's new? Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, great. So now we are going to get into the part of speeches. We have a very nice speech prepared today. I'm not really sure if this speech is going to be funny or not, but it's not the idea of the speech of this. Don't expect many jokes in this speech. This should be something very profound, probably, and relevant, of course. Fears are my friends. Oh, that kind of sounds funny already. So, welcome, Ludmila Duba.
Does everyone have fears in his life? Just raise your hand. Of course, because fear is an emotion experienced during all life of person. Today I will tell you about how fear appears, and of course why people during pandemic and fear of COVID buy toilet paper and bucket. Some words about fears. Do you know that people have only two innate fears? What fears? How do you think? Fears of death? No. Innate. No. There are only two innate fears. Fear of height, fear of falling. And the second is fear of noise. Noise, yes, loud sounds. Other fears are gained. For example, research has shown that adults, for example, in groups, they are afraid of even pictures where they can see spiders or snakes in comparison with children. It confirms that lots of fears are gained during our life. Why do you think people are afraid of COVID-19 or pandemic?
It can kill.
Fear is contagious.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. The main is that fear, like a chain. For example, it depends on evolutionary phenomenon. In herd of antelopes, when one antelope noticed lion not far, all herd of antelopes, they can feel it. That's why if you are in the circle of people who are afraid, in panic, you also become to feel panic. That is why if you saw in mass media, when mass media draw the attention to loud headlines of COVID pandemic, they showed statistics and how many cases were diagnosed. Of course, it's like a chain. When one person is even afraid of something, then people in this environment are in this panic, this euphoria. And one of that question that I mentioned about why people bought toilet paper and bucket. For me, it was really interesting, and I saw this information in research, how psychologists explain. When we have one fear, which is huge for us, we decided to change focus from one fear to another one, which is less. For example, fear of being left without any reserves. And because of using such goods as toilet paper and buckwheat, it's like necessary goods in people's mind and cheapness. That's why this is like control under control, sense of control under control of something. And they prefer to feel more confident in such situation when they have necessary reserves and estimate and eliminate fear of being left without anything, any reserve. And such way of making their main fear of COVID less than it had to be. Some words about my experience. Of course, I have lots of fears, and especially fear of public speaking. The most famous fears are public speaking, fear of public speaking, confined space, and depth. But there are the rarest fears. For example, do you know that fear of wind and fear of washing, and even when peanut paste sticking to pellet, it is also like phobia. Yes, there is phobia. And my motto of my life when I feel somewhere fear, I need to go to this area and to overcome, because through crisis I can be step by step stronger, smarter, and faster. That's why I'm here. In the end, I want to share with you advice of our research, just 5 steps what to do. First of all, recognize vulnerability. Sorry. The second, just when you feel fear, try to make your mind critical and analyze situation and try to clarify what is the main problem, where it is, like analytical part of your mind, turn on it. The third is breathe deeper, like meditation. And when I had first speech, Alexandra helped me and she showed me that I need to breathe deeper and deeper. Thanks, Alexandra. In any case, I would like to wish you overcome your fears, be healthy, and thanks for your attention.
Okay. Very nice, Ludmila. I really like your speech. So now we're getting to the most deepest part of this day, which is the humorous speech contest. Yay! Let's give a clap. We're going to invite to our campus church, who is, of course, Anna, who is everything together. The dance, the concert, the participants, everything. Please.
Right, so we are having humorous contest today. You know, a month ago, 7 brave contestants started preparing for the contest. But then 1 got ill, and there were 6. Then 6 brave contestants started continued preparing for the contest. And then 1 fell out with his you. And there were five. Five brave contestants carried on, and one got lost in the quarantine trap. So there were six. What? Sorry, no, four. Four brave contestants continued to prepare, and then one just changed his mind. And there were three. Three brave contestants tried hard in preparing for the contest. And then, I don't know. I think they got also lost in the misty mist of the cold September and got depressed and didn't want anything at all. And so they were two. Today we are having two great contestants and we'll listen to their speeches. Okay, I should explain the rules. The speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The timers, beautiful girls in blue, Ludmila and Karina, are going to show the signals. The contestants know the time limit, or shall I repeat them? Okay, so you will see green at 5 minutes. Yeah, no, just the contestants, don't wait it like that, because the judges,
show
no,
to everybody now, just.
The judges shouldn't pay attention to the signs. I think they know that already. So time is only for contestants. Green at 5, yellow at 6, red at 7, and we keep on holding yellow until the speaker finishes. If the speaker speaks less than 4:30 or more than 7:30, they will be disqualified.
The first one is at 5, right?
Right, green is at 5. Okay, the contestants can stay in the room or leave as you prefer. We have already done the draw. Yes, and we have the first speaker.